Circuit Court of Appeals is mulling over arguments heard today on the Texas law that makes entering the state from Mexico a crime.
Now, this is the latest in a long list of court hearings on Senate Bill 4. Today's arguments will allow the panel of judges to decide whether to keep a lower court's block or injunction of the law in place. And keep in mind, this same panel decided to put enforcement of the law on hold just last week. Cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom, but we do have audio. Texas Solicitor General Aaron Nilsen defended the law in court, but also said Texas may have crossed a line.
What Texas has done here is they have looked at the Supreme Court's precedent, and they have tried to develop a statute that goes up to the line of Supreme Court precedent, but allows Texas to protect the border. Now, to be fair, maybe Texas went too far, and that's the question this court's going to have to decide.
One of the central questions from the panel today was, what will enforcement of this law actually look like? And that's something people on all sides have admitted they are unsure about since the law hasn't gone into effect.
But immigration advocates say they fear the worst, which is why the Texas Immigration Law Council is hosting dozens of trainings, podcasts, and webinars to tell people their rights. KVUE's Isabella Basco is live in our newsroom with more on what they're advising migrants. Isabella?
Well, Ashley and Quita, attorney Kristen Eder says that this law is unprecedented, so it's crucial for folks to know what the law is and what it isn't. Senate Bill 4 makes it a state misdemeanor crime to illegally cross the Mexico border into Texas, allowing law enforcement officers to arrest people and judges to order them back across the border. With so many questions about the constitutionality of the law and if or when the state will be able to enforce it, Kristen Eder with Texas Immigration Law Council says it's important for people to know their rights.
Fourth Amendment, not to consent to searches. Fifth Amendment, not to say anything without the assistance of a lawyer. You do that by invoking your Fifth Amendment and requesting that you have a lawyer present before you answer questions. It's super crucial that people also invoke their Sixth Amendment right to counsel before making any significant decisions.
Eder has helped lead dozens of sessions and webinars about the new law and hopes people won't be consumed by fear.
Education can empower you.
Giving light to the phrase knowledge is power and the importance in sharing it. And tomorrow, the City of Austin's Equity Office is hosting a workshop in collaboration with Catholic Charities on Senate Bill 4 and Knowing Your Rights. It's happening at 6:00 p.m. It's in English with Spanish interpretation, and for a link to that, visit KVUE.com. Live in the newsroom, Isabella Basco for KVUE News.